Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to a brand new video. Now today, we've got a Q&A because who doesn't love Q&As? Right guys? Right? Nah, but actually on a serious note, like I was really struggling to think of a video idea today and I tweeted out, replied to this tweet with questions for a Q&A because I can't think of a video idea. Ha 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 ha. In brackets, please send in questions, thank you. And you guys smashed it. There's over 50 questions as I'm looking right now, and I tweeted it like an hour ago. So thank you for that. If this goes down well, I may even make it like a mini series thing where I go off the comments of this video. So if you have anything perhaps you'd like answered that I didn't answer in this video, then leave it down in the comments below and we may make it like a mini series. So yeah, you guys sent in a ton of questions varying from TF2 related stuff to not so TF2 related stuff. So without further ado, we're just going to get straight into it. So this first question coming in from Lucca says, considering the state of TF2 currently, knowing we have a major update supposedly coming, what are major changes you want to see? We've been in an update limbo for a while, so I like to assume we'll be seeing something new once that heavy update rolls out. Now, I've spoke about like potential updates and stuff in a few videos, so I won't bore you all with it too much, but in a nutshell, I'd love to see changes to Man vs Machine. Whether that's a new mission, either just new rewards for the current missions, I think it would be fantastic for both gameplay and economy. I've hypothesized new Australiums before, things like the shotgun and pistol would be fantastic in Australium because they're multi-class items and it would be like a mid-tier Australium. We've got the golden pan, we've got some multi-class items, and then we have the Australiums that are out at the moment. I think it would be a great dynamic to trading and a great dynamic to, you know, Australiums as a whole. I've spoke about the competitive system being updated for a while now, along with the casual matchmaking system, so I don't think I want to talk about that in this video. But Valve News Network said the next update is supposedly going to be space themed, and I'm not too sure if this is like an official thing, but if it was space themed, then of course I'd love to see Asteroid, as I'm sure everyone else would as well. Also, some new unusual effects wouldn't go amiss, but of course that is like considering everything else I've discussed, which is massive gameplay changes. I feel like unusual effects would be much more easy for them to implement. You could literally just grab some off the Steam Workshop and put it in. But yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I'd love to see those changes added. Man vs Machine, I feel like definitely needs an update. It's been the same for multiple years now, and I just feel like some fresh content can really revitalize the mode. This next question comes in from DMF Rod, and they say, why did you stick to TF2 for so long? The game doesn't have much content to offer anymore, so why not play the games you enjoy playing a lot? Like Dark Souls, you seem to be having fun streaming that. I guess it's possible because you're afraid of your fans' reaction like in the Fortnite vid, but you shouldn't care about that IMO. If they don't like it, they can off. Your channel, not theirs. And there's a multitude of reasons. So the fundamentals are, I enjoy TF2, you know, I'll never make content for a game that I don't enjoy playing, and it just so happens that at this moment in time I do still enjoy playing TF2. However, I'm not burnt out of it yet, and if it ever gets to a stage where I am burnt out of it and it, you know, I'm not enjoying it, then I'll start to play other games, and that's kind of what my Twitch is for. So if you don't know, I stream on Twitch and I'm playing variety games. I'm doing other stuff to prevent myself from just doing the same thing over and over again, as it can get quite repetitive. I don't know, I would enjoy making content on other games, but as you said, the reception on other games generally isn't great, especially with things like Fortnite. The views I'm not really concerned about, but it's the dislikes and the unsubs and the mean comments do kind of get to me. And I know it's kind of like it's a vocal minority, but it's not nice to see, you know, it's just not a nice thing to read when you've put time and effort into a video. I've got my second channel as well. At the moment, it's just kind of like stream highlight stuff, but I do upload other games on there as well. I just make content on the stuff I enjoy, and kind of streaming is like the hub for that, you know? This next question coming in from Air says, what is your favourite game of all time? In brackets, if it's TF2, what's your second favourite? And that's a super tough question because I have different games for different things, if that makes sense. So, for example, Team Fortress 2 was always my go-to when it comes to trading, and I'd spend hours and hours in trade servers, and the customizability of it is second to none, right? But Pokemon Pearl, as a child, when I was growing up, Pokemon Pearl is like the keystone of my childhood. I spent hundreds and hundreds of hours on Pokemon Pearl, right? Then there's games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, spent hundreds and hundreds of hours going for nukes and things like that. And then there's Call of Duty Black Ops 2 as well, which was like the next best COD in my opinion. All the Call of Duty franchise before Black Ops 2 was phenomenal, and I spent a lot of time on each of them. But I don't know, it's just different. I don't have a set favourite game, you know, because at different stages in my life I've enjoyed different things for different reasons. I hope that answered your question anyway. This question from FA says, do you watch anime? If so, what are your favourites? And this is a pretty cool question. I do. I've got into anime over the past like couple years or so, and my favourite was probably Hunter x Hunter. That's probably my favourite. I've watched it twice through now. It was amazing. Akame ga Kill was really good. I just finished Steins Gate as well. Like, I may just make like a full video talking about it, because there's a lot of animes I've watched. I have my anime list account, but like I don't really update it too much. But yeah, there's a lot of animes I've watched, and I have opinions on all of them, you know. So if anyone wants to see that, I don't know if anyone would, but a video about all the animes I've watched, then let me know, man. This one coming in from Justin says, what is your favourite genre of music? Love the vids, man. And this is kind of similar to one I had earlier. I had a question that came in about 10 or so minutes before this, like really not too much. And it was essentially, what is your favourite band / genre of music? And I listen to so many different types of music, it's mad. Like, I really love Boy Pablo. I saw them live in London when they were in the UK, and it was such a sick experience. I've recently started listening to Bladee as well, and like I've always been a big fan of Young Lean. Like, Unknown Memory is one of my favourite albums of all time. Obviously Lil Peep is one of my favourite artists. I have 2 tattoos completely dedicated to Lil Peep. I like the majority of GBC as a whole, to be honest. I really like Modern Baseball. They're a really good band as well. There's just so many different artists that I listen to, like Clyro, Rex, Ski Mask I really like. It's just like my music taste is literally all over the place, but I hope that answered your question. This question coming in says, what is your favourite Pokemon generation? And a reply to it says, top 3 Pokemon from that generation, right? And my favourite generation, I touched on it earlier, is Gen 4, which is Pokemon Pearl, Platinum, and Diamond. I think the main reason, there's a few reasons, but the main reason for me was how much time I spent on it. And I love the introduction of like the 3rd stage evolutions for old school Pokemon, so Magmortar, Electivire, and Tangrowth. I think that's fantastic. Although my favourite Pokemon of all time belongs in Gen 5, which is Electros. I initially thought that was a Gen 4, but it turns out it's a Gen 5 Pokemon. Gen 4 was just kind of like the defining Pokemon for me. And I can't really pick out 3 of my favourites, but design-wise, I've got to say Drapion was an absolute classic for me. I really liked Lucario. I think Lucario is an absolute staple of Pokemon, to be honest. Luxray and Floatzel are both fantastic. Even Infernape is my favourite fire-type Pokemon, or favourite fire starter, I should say, of all time. There was a lot of great Pokemon in this, and I think the legendaries as well were fantastic. We had things like Darkrai, Regigigas, which was like the 4th Regi Pokemon, which was great. Giratina, like there was just so many great Pokemon in this generation, man. Do you have a brother or a sister? Yeah, I have a twin brother and a brother that is 4 years older than me. And this last question says, if you never ended up putting TF2 on your channel, what would be the game that you would be playing otherwise? I gave this some thought, and probably CSGO. Because CSGO I've been into for a very long time, and I actually have more hours in CSGO than I do in TF2. So I feel like if I didn't make TF2 content, it would probably be CSGO. I've always had a love for making videos, and it just so happens that that passion really became a thing around the time I was into TF2. There's also CSGO videos on my channel, like from years ago and maybe not so long ago, and I'm actually going to be uploading a CSGO video later today, so do keep your eyes peeled for that one. I know I said that was the last question, but speaking of CSGO, we have a question saying, why did you change from discussing CSGO's economy to TF2's economy? And I never discussed CSGO's economy to the depth that I discussed TF2's economy, but I was always in the CSGO trading scene. However, Valve kind of like destroyed CSGO trading, for lack of a better word. I mean, CSGO trading now, you have to wait 7 days once you acquire an item to be able to trade it, and it just makes trading near enough impossible. So yeah, TF2 trading is still a thing, so I mean, I'm more into that now. But guys, that is just about it for this video. If you did enjoy, then please do remember to leave a like and let me know your thoughts down below. Once again, my link to my Twitter if you'd like to send me in questions the next time I put out a tweet like this, or if you have any other questions that you'd maybe like me to answer in another Q&A, then do be sure to put it in the comments below or save it for when I put out a tweet. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope you did enjoy, and peace. I'm waiting for a good day, I'm really feeling good, mate. It's never gonna come like Skate 4. I'm so consistent like my heartbeat, always up the top like Vardy. In the scene, nobody's getting past me. You think you're better than me, hardly. I'm a once like a one-man army. Gotta grind up and get myself a car G. Cop a nice yard with the palm trees. Put until then, I'll focus on my craft. See, I get a lot of hate like trash guys.